So check it out, y'all. How's everyone doing on this Saturday? That is Saturday, the 27th of July, 2019. 495L4 representing. I'm your host, One Sir Grove. If you're a fan of this show, podcast, which is a global, worldwide podcast, if you are an actual, factual fan and not some poser, bogus, bitch, ass, bitch, I said bitch ass, bitch fucking made, punk made, chump made, scumbag, dirtbag, then we, 495L4, most certainly appreciate you. So yeah, man, a lot of exciting news and things going on here. Secondly, the weather kind of fucking sucks. It's like way too hot. It says 78, man, on the sensor. This fucking sensor is fucking not for real, dude. This shit is fucking broken. I gotta get this shit replaced because it's not fucking 78 degrees. It's probably more like 98 fucking degrees. So yeah. I was looking at our past performance, man, Billboard, on the Billboard charts. Some people, because we've been hugely underground until recently when we started coming out swinging with some fucking new mainstream tracks that are very well produced, 100% professionally recorded with state-of-the-art, up-to-date, brand spanking fucking new material, software, hardware, equipment, studio recording, sound lab, tools, the newest fucking latest, greatest, best shit out on the market. Man, our shit sounds great. And we're not paying any fucking studios to record our shit because we are the fucking studio. And we're in multiple states. So we're bi-coastal, man. We have fucking operations bi-coastally. And we are fucking nationwide and overseas. So after having moved the business operation to New York, man, I've been on the West Coast and in the Midwest, Chicago, between the Washington, the Evergreen State that is on the west, left coast, California Bay Area, Alameda, Oakland, Hayward, and then Chicago in the Windy City, Chi-Town. Shout outs to California. Shout outs to Washington. Shout outs to Chi-Town. Shout outs to New York. So, shout outs to the West Coast and shout outs to the East Coast and shout outs to the Midwest. Shout outs to the Dirty South and shout outs to our allies overseas and abroad across the pond. So, yeah. So fucking, man, I just surprised niggas with the new fucking electro track. I'd worked on a bunch of underground shit where I had access to these instrumentals, and so I just kind of dabbled with making some underground shit on a dirty mic. This is some fucking months ago before I made the investment, and San and I decided on what our 2019 move was. And so, man, I'd just been doing some rough sketches, some some conceptual frameworks and shit, and I fucked around with some like little underground shit that I posted, because I'll post shit. Even if I do a sketch, if I freestyle some shit, if I just like do some partial shit, if I'm working on some concepts, I'll just post it. You see, man, that's another way that we've garnered, that is another way that we have garnered world fucking fame, because a lot of cats won't post shit that's partially developed and created. Quite frankly, we don't give a fuck. We'll show you the creative process because, some people want to see it. They want to see a rehearsal. They want to hear what a rough track sounds like. Might stumble on your words here and there. Might rhyme off time. Bucket. The beat's still dope. And niggas is still rhyming and busting lyrics. Man, a Little Yachty can do it, man, and Master P can do it. We 495L4 can motherfucking do it. I'm just saying those dudes are talented. And they came with a different style, is what I'm saying. Those dudes, they broke barriers, man. They broke rules. They did shit differently, and they have a unique, original sound that a lot of people don't have. And so we exhibit those characteristics as well as a rap group, Alliance 495L4. So I said L4. So you're like, dude, what? You see what I'm saying? Just fucking improv. Like, not even giving a shit, just coming with content. Man, we got over 500 podcast episodes. I've basically, with team, we've detailed, man, a sizable summary in terms of our background and the backstory of 495L4. I mean, shit, man, there's like 180 plus hours of data. I mean, man, if you look at a work week where your job is to do whatever for 40 hours, right? 40 times 4, you know what I'm saying? Looking at 1/6, right? 0, because that's 16, right? So 160 fucking hours. Yeah. Let me do the math on that real quick. Yeah, that's correct. So, looking at that math, man, in just 4 weeks, 1 month, 160 hours, man, we've basically been on fucking worldwide global tour. And we've been telling our story as a rap group, Alliance, where we come from, how we were born and raised, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm talking about our origins is what I'm talking about. Where we were born, how we were raised, what we were doing as kids, what life was like when we were children, pre-pubescence, teenagers, young adults. Talked about the gang life. Talked about the non-gang life. Going back to school, college, trade school. Talked about how the homie Big Scheme became a certified electrician. Talked about how Sen and I used to work in automotive back in high school. Talk about how Mr. Brock Lee Landers, he does the industrial painting. And how Spank motherfucking T and I, we grew up, man, in the Riverside together. And we used to like play fight, you know what I'm saying? And Sen and I were actually, we're from different gangs, you know what I'm saying? And how Sen came on board with Spank motherfucking T. Because, see, man, it was Mr. Broccoli Landers. Spank. First, it was Spank motherfucking T. That's Spank T, a.k.a. Spank Diesel. Then, Brock Lee Landers, a.k.a. he came on with us with 495. And so it was Spank motherfucking T and Brock. And the nigga Scoot back in the day. Scoot went off and formed his own thing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? Scoot be acting grouchy sometimes and shit. Because, man, we're childhood friends. And, so, you know, man, we used to argue and shit when we were kids. But, you know what I'm saying? Scoot was part of it from the very beginning. SK-OOT. The homie Arn Dog. Shout outs to Arnie, a.k.a. Arn Dog. Arnie had a studio too. He out there in Oklahoma right now. You know what I'm saying? And Arnie, man, old school. Man, from fucking Douche Tray. So you just come right up 19th Street. And Arnie would be right down the, out on the set. The homie Big D would slide through. You know what I'm saying? Bloods, gang, squad. So there are a lot of cats, man, like so many. Like in our town, like where we come from. And so there are a lot of Deep in Everett, 495 OGs, double OGs, triple OGs. There's a lineage. And so it goes back, man, to the 1980s. So from the 1980s forward, DIE, Deep in Everett 495 was a fraternity and a sorority. A lot of people joined up, man. Some people got branded, you know what I'm saying? I got a brand. You know, I ain't rocking any tattoos, but man, I'm branded, you know what I'm saying, into the fraternity. So, you know, I'm just saying, that's a permanent brand. And, man, so a lot of cats, man. Nash Factor D, Big Tone, man, Pokey, I'm saying, the nigga Cheese, man, it's just so many fucking names. Little P, Paxton, the homie Ryan. I mean, it just goes on, man. Tank, like so many cats, man. The homie, two Alvins. I know two Alvins. They're both deep in Everett 495. Man, the whole man, Brewski, the homie Shane Brewski, 495 deep in Everett. The homie George, the homie Lloyd. I mean, man, it's just fucking so many, man. The nigga Alden. I mean, man, it just goes on. Because 495 deep in Everett became huge. It became big. It was fucking citywide. And cats used to come from other towns, other cities, you know what I'm saying, to get down with us and shit. So a lot of cats, man, when you're from where I'm from, man, they know you're DIE, man. They know you're deep in Everett. They know you're 495, and so does law enforcement, you know? I'm just saying, man, the homie Rizzo, you know, the homie Aaron. I mean, man, and we got a lot of associates too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if you go to any town and there's a major gang set or a major mob or family, La Familia, I mean, where I come from, that's us. So I'm just saying, we got our thing. You know what I'm saying? We have our nation, and that's how we rock. So, you know, we don't embellish the gang lifestyle, you know? We don't bang, you know what I'm saying? We did back in the day, man. And then we pieced it up, tied up flags, red and blue, green and brown, white and black. I'm just saying, man, like, I was a gang interventionist, man. I used to put together football games and picnics and shit with the city in the fucking county, man, and gang interventionist, man. And, you know, shout outs to Ron Carr. I'm just saying, man, you know, man, I've worked with former gang members, active gang members, you know, piecing it up. Fucking, you know, shout outs to the nigga No Good. Shout outs to Half Dead and Half Pint. Man, Bounty Hunter Bloods, Eastside Pyrus, Lime Hoods, Treetops, Fruit Tops. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Fruit Town, you know, Damus, Pyrus, Riders, Holly Hoovers, man, fucking, man, you name it, man. In fact, we used to kick it with these cats, man. We used to bick it with these cats, man, in the Central District of Seattle. Yeah, at Dark Set. Man, Dark Set was a trip. That's the first place, man, back in the day. It's been 25 fucking years, man. Statute of limitations. That's the first place, man, I ever held a fucking Mac 11, like a real fucking Mac. Like straight fucking the Mac. And I'm talking in the attaché case, briefcase type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's over a quarter of a century ago. And because my hood, man, where we're from, Deuce Straight Black, you know, out in the Wild West, man, you had to have an arsenal out west. So, like, it was awesome. Like, Spank motherfucking T had hella straps, the Dirty Harry pistol, plus the come on, man. Man, the niggas from Cali that we used to bick it with, man, on some heavyweight shit, had the fucking camouflage Desert Eagle. That's the first time I ever held a deagle. The camouflage Desert Eagle. Shit was chunky. I remember the first time I ever held an AK. You know what I'm saying? I remember the SKS. Fucking, man. I remember my first 380. Remember my first 9, my first 22, my first 25. Shit, I was on the rifle team too. Yeah, man, sometimes I forget, man. I was on the high school rifle team and shit. I was on the high school rifle team with my biological cousin Rizzo. It was crazy, man. We used to go to this underground facility because the stadium where we're from, where I used to run track and field, there's a level where you can go down below and there's a shooting range. At least there used to be. Back in the 80s and in the early 90s. And so our math teacher at our high school, he was also the high school rifle team coach. And so my cousin Rizzo, we were in the same math class. And I believe Slow-Mo was in the class too. Yeah, that was our algebra class. Yeah, so Slow-Mo, Rizzo. Oh, man, hey, R.I.P. Shout-outs to the late JKT, man. That was my homie. That was my homie, man. Our homie, man. One of the original members of DIE, Deep in Everett. Jason KT, man. JKT. Juliet. Jason. Kilo. T Tango. Just a moment of silence. Was one of the original members of DIE, man. Deep in Everett. One of the core members, man. He passed on a hiking trip, man. With fellow classmates shortly after high school, man. And yeah, man. Middle name was King. That was my dude, man, from Klamath Falls, man, Oregon. That was my bro, man. That was my road dog. That was my homie. He taught me how to play Tetris, man. He was a Tetris master. Honor roll student. Never did anything wrong in his life, man. Blonde dude. Short, bro. Like, fucking brilliant, man. His brother is a graduate of the University of Washington. At some point in time, man, he's one of my best friends, man. He was my best friend, man, in the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's the one who taught me about Metallica. And, yeah, man, he had, like, so many Batman comics and, like, collectibles, man, in plastic. And we used to just play Nintendo all night long, man, with some of the other bros, man, from behind where he lived. He lived at the top of this hill, man. And his dad, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he had a showroom with these classic vintage vehicles. And I would go over to his place, and he would come over to my place, and we would just play Nintendo games, man, and go to 7-Eleven with these two other dudes that are our bros and shit. And man, we were like shy, so like we'd go and we'd see these other like guys and girls that were like dating and shit, and they'd be having these parties, and we'd like try to like sneak in on the parties and shit and just see like what we could see. It was weird because we were kids, man, and we were just shy. We didn't know how to like act around girls and stuff. So like our night would consist of like going to like 7-Eleven to get Slurpees and corn dogs and fucking like nachos, and then like fucking play video games. There was no internet, man. So we just drink like Coke, eat some fucking Doritos, you know, and fucking play video games, man, all night long and shit, and play music. And so I would play the rapper from Oakland, Bay Area, San Francisco, UC Davis, the rapper known as Paris the rapper. And that was one of my favorite albums, man, back in high school, was The Devil Made Me Do It. And I heard that album for the first time when I was in Oakland, when I was in Alameda Bay Area, right outside San Francisco. And so, man, Deep in Everett, DIE 405, man, one of our modes, we used to dress in all black. We had black hooded sweat jackets with Deep in Everett running down the arm in white. It said Deep in Everett. And then on the breast, it said DIE. On the back, it said DIE Deep in Everett Posse. We had the Dickies all black. Sometimes sweatpants, all monogram. DIE Deep in Everett. Then we had the Adidas shell toe Phantoms. So we used to rock the Adidas shell toe Phantoms. Black, sometimes all black, sometimes the black with white stripes. From the top down, man. And bottom up, draped in black. And then we would rock different teams. Raiders, Oakland, LA. I had one of the original Oakland Raiders ball caps that was suede and embroidered. I got that in Oakland at the at an official Oakland Raiders sports shop. I brought that with me to Washington State from the state of California. I bought some gold when I was in Cali. I bought a ring that had an R on it for Riverside, the neighborhood that I'm from. The R for Riverside, gold, straight fucking pure gold, man, like real fucking gold. Bought that junk. Bought this gold necklace that had a music note on it and shit. And I had the earring to match. I don't rock men's jewelry anymore, but I used to wear hella men's jewelry and shit. Watches, men's earrings, fucking diamonds, studs, you know what I'm saying, bracelets and shit, men's necklaces, and I used to be in the men's jewelry when I was a fucking kid, and I used to buy the real shit. I never had the fake shit. It was all fucking real shit. Because I was a young baller and hustler and shit. So anyway, but that money came from working for a construction company, man. That was legit baller money. So we used to wear all black, black on black on black. That was our mode, one of our modes. And so, man, we had parkas, you know what I'm saying, in the Northwest, man. Rain, hail, sleet, snow. Got to have a parka. Got to have some type of Gore-Tex, waterproof, weatherproof shit. Gore-Tex fucking boots. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Sir Mix-a-Lot. He got a track titled Gore-Tex. That's real shit, man. In the fucking Pacific Northwest, in the Puget Sound, man, in the P and Dub. Shit. It's just like the Windy City, man. It really is. Chicago, Chi-Town. Same thing, man. You got to have layers on and shit. You got to have layers on. Have the beanie cap, watch cap and shit. Navy watch cap. You know what I'm talking about? Got to have you like a balaclava and shit. Got to have you some scarf. You know? Have you some fucking like winter gloves. Have you some battle gear and shit. Black on black on black. So that said, man, as part of the alliance, you know, we allied ourselves, man, with a lot of different West Coast gang sets. And so when they would roll through, man, it was all neutrality. You know? Man, in the 1980s and 1990s, the West Coast was ultra motherfucking dangerous, man. Hella dangerous shit happened, man. House parties where dudes got blasted and shit. Motherfuckers pulling out shotguns, pistols, fucking Uzis. I'm talking real shit. Mac 10, Mac 11, you know what I'm saying? Cobra, fucking M4, ARs, man, Glocks, fucking Rugers, Smith & Wessons, man, Bushnell. I'm just saying, man, optics, scopes, lasers, man, Berettas, just crazy fucking shit, man. Niggas with hunting rifles and shit. Look, fucking, man, the one homie had the Derringer, man. The one over the other, man, the two-shotter and shit. I'm talking out west, like Desperado type. Like, I'm not embellishing it. I'm saying it was sick and fucking twisted and dark. To think that we were on some Wild West shit like that, man. What's that fucking show called, man? Deadwood. We were on some shit like that, man. Like seriously. Because in the time frame that I'm referring to, it was some out west saloon shit. Like, we went to these dive bars, man. It wasn't all like glittery and glossy and glimmering and shimmering and all like fucking fancy like out here, you know what I'm saying, on the East Coast and some of what I saw in Chicago, because I live downtown, man. I be out west and I be out south too, but I live downtown, man. So up north, as they say, you know what I'm saying, in the Chi. And I used to jog over by Wrigley Field. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, back in the day, we used to rock White Sox. You know what I'm saying? Raiders gear. Fucking Philly Eagle shit, because it's green. You know what I'm saying? And one of the homies used to rock Boston Celtics. Man, we just rock teams that we like, man. And you know, whatever suited us in terms of what we were doing, different modes that we'd be in, man. If it were the fall, autumn, you know, in the EVT when the leaves are brown, that's actually a code phrase, man, declassified from the Cold War. We actually had this phrase when you would knock on the door, to be like, who is it? To be like, in the EVT, in the fall, autumn, when the leaves are brown, that was a fucking passphrase, like no shit. We also had this passphrase called dialing the operator. Dialing the operator meant, man, that we were going to dial up some weed. Okay, so dialing the operator was dialing up some weed, having someone deliver some fucking pot, some bud, some green buds, man, some icky sticky, and some of that chronic shit. Then folding towels was something that Ryan and I, R-Y apostrophe N, Ryan and I, we both came up with dial the operator. We did that with our childhood friend, who's a mathematician now, professor at a major university. one of America's and the world's foremost probabilists. I won't put his name out here, but he's an old fraternity buddy of ours. He actually helped us create. In fact, he did create with us the Hausdorff Koch 6-point Star of David snowflake for our entity. That's right. I'm talking, man, shit, almost a quarter of a century ago. He helped us create the Hausdorff Koch repeating fractal pattern, because it goes on for infinity. Each Koch snowflake creates another and another and another, recursively, unendingly, infinitely, and eternally. So really, the original Koch that we had, the 6-point star Koch snowflake for our entity that we branded, our corporate ID icon symbol, man, if you looked at it closely, it wasn't just one fractal 6-point star Hausdorff. No, it was actually a repeating pattern of fractal snowflakes that went on for infinity forever. And the homie from childhood, you know what I'm saying, has actually been a business associate and partner of mine, and he actually used a mathematical program when he was at the University of Washington working on his PhD. He actually used a program to create the Hausdorff for us, and then I took it to a company and paid the company to put the finishing touches on it to make it what it is now. So if you go to my Twitter page and you scroll down, you can see a graphic representation of that rendering, but the original on paper that I have on some file format somewhere, it's actually an infinite number of forever repeating images of that same image. Yeah, paid a lot of money to do that, man. So that's how we sparked it all off, man. So the homie from childhood, the friend, it's just where we come from, man. We say homie is like hombre, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just, friends, man, like, bros, like brethren, like fraternal brothers, you know what I'm saying? So we use the word homie, it's one of the homies, man. It's the street lingua franca, the lingo and the nomenclature. But, we were all high IQ, prodigious, scholarly, academic kids and young adults, man. So we had these fraternity parties, and we'd play, poker games and shit, learn about John von Neumann game theory from the professor, you know what I'm saying? And learn about John Nash game theory, John von Neumann game theory, stochastic processes, Euler, Lagrange, you fucking name it, man. We got schooled. So, man, we had the little parlor and shit, parlor room going on, and we weren't doing anything highly illegal, just smoking some weed, playing some card games, man, drinking some brews, smoking some cigars and blunts and joints and shit, J's, hitting the bowl, with the fucking weed pipe. Sometimes motherfucker would have a, you know what I'm saying? We called it a hookah, but it wasn't an actual hookah. Basically just a bong, power hitter type shit. But yeah, man, dialing the operator, the mathematician homie professor, I said, because, man, this is for show. This is for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He's my friend is what I'm saying. But in the context of back in the day, I say the mathematician, you know what I'm saying? Bro, homie. But he's a former roommate of mine, man. Former roommate. We actually ran a painting company. He's married with children and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a professor of a major university out here on the East Coast. So I don't want to put his name out like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's a dear friend of mine, man. And he helped us create our entity. So, and he helped us learn advanced mathematics. Man, he was our mentor, man. He taught us a lot, about math and science in the multiverse. So that being said, man, dialing the operator meant, ordering up some weed through one of our connects. Folding towels meant, smoking weed. Because one day I was with Ryan. Ryan actually is the one who introduced me to the professor back in the day. Keep in mind, he wasn't a professor yet. He had his bachelor's degree. He was working on his master's degree. I went to his graduation ceremony at the University of Washington, Husky Stadium. His father's an attorney. And so I accompanied him. He invited me, and I was at Husky Stadium, and then we partied that night. And yeah, man, I stayed over at his place. You know what I'm saying? We were on the internet, reading books, doing different, just doing different games and stuff that we had, man, playing different like strategy games and everything, and drinking brews and just chilling, man. Just chilling. This is before the high-speed internet. And so, but yeah, one day I was with Ryan, and he had I can't remember exactly how it went down, but like there was some laundry going on or something, and there was like some adult, because we were kids, there's some adult that like walked into the room, and I had some bud, man. Like I had some eights. I had like an eighth that I was smoking out of, and I had a rolled in plastic in the baggie, right? And I'm talking real fucking eights, like 4 point. Like I'm talking like Wade shit. Not the shit you get in fucking Chicago, Chi-Town, the like little thumber shit, the little one hitter bud. I'm talking not the hydro shit. I'm talking about the homegrown, the real fucking weed from the Pacific Northwest, man. The icky, sticky, bubonic, chronic, supersonic type shit. Supersonic, icky, sticky, bubonic, chronic. I'm talking about that power hitter shit, man. The YC1, Young Chill, the Phi-L. You call it the Phi-L, man. The fire shit, the real fucking shit. The shit that glows in the dark, that sticks on the fucking wall. I'm talking about the crystalline shit. Wow. Red hairs and everything. Maybe even a little white widow, up in that piece. So, for real, neon shit. Fucking, so that's the type of shit we used to have, and that's the type of shit we used to sell. Niggas couldn't fuck with our weed back in the day. We had some of the best weed in the United States of America. Man, we knew the growers. We'd grow this shit. We'd steal it. We'd fucking buy it. We'd grow it, steal it, buy it, grow it. I mean, man, I've seen rooms filled with motherfucking goddamn weed. I'm just saying, man. Shout outs to Mr. Broccoli, Spank motherfucking T, DJ, you know who's, and you know what I'm saying? Every fucking buddy that I know from that timeline. That shit was fucking bananas. Goddamn fucking out of this world nuts. In the context of today, this shit is just fucking so Farscape. Like the TV show, man. It's almost fucking unreal, unbelievable. But it happened. And we lived that shit. So, yeah, man. Remember the TV show Dirty Boys? I don't think y'all remember that, man. Unless you're from my generation. Dirty Boys was the show about these cops, man. That they would do these raids on shit. And I think they were Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't even want to Google it. I don't feel like it, man. Y'all can Google it if you want. I'll look it up later. But fucking Dirty Boys, man. That show was dope. They'd go around and they'd fucking bust fools. And then they could keep, because there was some law, like, and they could keep whatever they busted. So they'd have like yachts and private jets and, you know what I'm saying, fucking houses and sports cars and shit. And they could use the shit that they seized. So they were riding around, man, fucking dirty boys. And those cops were, you know what I'm saying? They were, man, basically, man, they were thieving. I'm not saying they were dirty, but it's kind of like, come on, man. Like, how they doing it like that? I don't even know how long that show lasted, man, but I used to watch it with my cousin Rizzo back around the time that Knight Rider was like fucking brand new. Knight Rider, and there's a show called Auto Man. Man, so many dope fucking shows. What was that one with the helicopter, man? What was the helicopter one? Blue Thunder? Yeah, was it fucking Blue Thunder? Some shit like, no, Airwolf. Airwolf. But I think there was some shit called Blue Thunder too. Hold up. I know there's the Blue Angels in real life, but hold on. Wasn't there something also? Because Airwolf was dope. And then I thought there was something called Blue Thunder. Yeah, I think there was another show. Yep, 1980 Blue Thunder. Quote, Frank Murphy is a courageous and honorable Los Angeles police officer who has chosen to test run Blue Thunder, a high-tech experimental attack helicopter. Come on, man! Oh my God! Man, the motherfucking 1980s were fucking popping! Man, it says, while flying Blue Thunder, Murphy and his partner discover that the government intends to use the helicopter for corrupt crowd control and surveillance. Dude, what? Man, come on, man. I said Airwolf. I said Blue Thunder. Like, that shit is like hidden deep in my memory. I forgot that shit even fucking existed until I started to do this podcast. Man, what do y'all know about Airwolf? What do y'all know about Blue Thunder? That shit was the OG fucking shit. Y'all don't remember motherfucking Auto Man, and y'all probably don't even remember a movie called what was it called? Time Runner? Is it called Time Runner? Dude's got a motorbike and shit. He fucking travels through time. Was that called Time Runner? Hold up. Time Runner was dope. Time Runner movie. Here we go right here. Time Runner. 1993. Wait. Hold up. 93. No. Says a space captain, Mark Hamill, travels back in time to save Earth from alien invaders led by a U.S. Senator. Okay, wait. Hold on. Help me, y'all. Come on. Telepathically, if you're from the 80s, what was the show where the movie where he's on a motorbike? It was called, because, man, it couldn't have been time, man. It was something like that. But this dude is on a bike, and the one I'm talking about is from the 1980s. Let me see. Hold on. 1980s bicycle. Fucking goddamn Google bullshit. Fucking goddamn bullshit. 1980s dude drives motorbike, travels through time. See what it says right here. 1980s movie about a motorcycle that travels through time. The Wraith was dope too. Time Rider, yeah! That was the shit! Time fucking Rider! Hell yeah, bust this. It says, quote, this is from Rotten Tomatoes. This little gem from 1982 is one of the most fun time travel movies ever made. The always dependable Fred Ward plays Lyle Swan, a motorcycle hotshot racing through the desert, competing in the Baja 1000. He unwittingly gets caught up in a secret time travel experiment and is transported 100 years into the past. Time Rider was the shit! Oh my God, what the fuck? So you see how they came out with Time Runner in 1993? This was 1980. Well, see, I'm getting two different, because Lyle Swan, it says 1982, but then Time Rider on Rotten Tomatoes, it says 1983. But nonetheless, okay, yeah, IMDb, it says The Adventure of Lyle Swan, 1982. So, Time Rider, subtitle, The Adventure of Lyle Swan, Wikipedia. Yeah, man. So it says from Wikipedia, when Swan accidentally goes far off course, he stumbles upon a time travel something, ... and the time loop similar to the pocket watch in 1980 time travel film Somewhere in Time. Man, there were so many fucking fresh movies back in the 80s, man. Time Bandits. I've talked about Time Bandits, man. The movie Krull with the K, K-R-U-L-L. The movie fucking Jim Cotta was the shit. Jim Cotta. Fucking the movie Labyrinth. The movie, man, so many fucking movies, man. My cousin Rizzo and I, we saw Labyrinth in the theater. The Never-Ending Story. Oh my God, man. Just so, man. The movie Flash Gordon. Man, all the fucking movies back then were like that universe that we're from, man. That time frame, that era. Kids on this line, they just can't even see it. They just don't even understand. They just don't fucking know. Like how shit used to be fucking made. I mean, everything's digital now, man. Those movies were made analog. with actual film, 35 millimeter. This shit now is like straight D. It's like straight fucking digital. Back then there was a certain analog like feel to it all. And I know some people say you can't tell the difference. Fuck that noise. There's a warmth. There's a depth. There's a texture. There's a feel. There's an aura. There's an energy. There's a vibe to the old movies, especially with the sounds, the soundtrack, the score, the musical score. Man, all those movies back in the day, man. The Dark Crystal. That was another movie. The Dark Crystal. They don't make shit like that anymore, man. They don't make movies, real fucking movies like that anymore. I mean, yeah, movies look rad today. They look fucking fantastic and fabulous and remarkable and marvelous and magnificent and all the different superlatives. Yeah, they're fucking dope. Ultra dope. But back in the day, the movies from my era, best movies, I mean, aside from like the original classics, like Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's considered like a masterpiece. Let's look up. Hold on. Why am I thinking Milton Berle? What the fuck? Milton Berle. Why am I thinking this? That's some old school shit. Milton Berle was an American comedian and actor. 1908, man. New York, New York. Damn. You see, man, memory is a trip, ain't it? It is literally and figuratively a trip. All right, so let's look up Marlon Brando. Let's see. I said Milton Berle. Berle. You guys are like, what, Grove? Who the fuck is Milton Berle? Like, I'm saying, man, if you ain't from my... Man, this precedes my generation. It's shit my grandmother used to watch, man. Marlon Brando. What year was this? See, this is in my memory, man. Marlon Brando Jr. was an American actor and film director with a career spanning 60 years. What year, man? 1924. Omaha, Nebraska born. Died 2004. Ronald Reagan, UCLA Medical Center. R.I.P. Man, it says Marlon Brando has the 8th most Academy Award nominations in 4 acting categories of all time. I'm talking about, man, they don't fucking make movies like they used to. Okay? I have all these movies in my mind, in my brain, in my fucking human memory banks and shit. I'm talking, man, I used to sit in front of the TV with my grandmother, and we used to watch all the old school classics, the black and whites, man, the original shit, Annie, the stage play, on Broadway, all this shit, man, from fucking way back, man. Let's look up Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann, probably like, what? Raggedy Ann right there. Raggedy Ann doll. Raggedy Ann and Andy. My goodness, man. Holy motherfucking shit, dude. Hasbro. My grandmother has these in her estate. 1915, man. 7 September 1915. Creator Johnny Gruel. Come on, man. I mean, dude, we've already fucking rhyme traveled. There's so much, man. I saw this shit when I was a kid. Like, I'm talking about, man, the old school shit. Lawrence of Arabia. What the fuck? I mean, man, man, listen. I remember the very first time I ever saw Gone with the Wind. I was just like, holy fucking shit. Have you guys ever seen the movie? Man, one of the greatest movies of all time, and it's a true story. It's, because people think that Shawshank Redemption is like the greatest breakout movie of all time. I mean, I saw the original Alcatraz as well. Hold up, let me Google this movie real quick. Yo, it's right here, Papillon. Man, this shit is fucking... Man, if y'all have seen Shawshank Redemption, but you haven't seen Papillon, you're fucking tripping. Papillon, it says right here, man. Book. Wikipedia. is an autobiographical novel written by Henry Charrier. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Something French, first published in France on 30 April 1969. Papillon is Charrier's name. The novel, and I'm sure some of that's silent that I just pronounced, but no disrespect, only the utmost respect to this author. The novel details Papillon's incarceration and subsequent escape from the French penal colony of French Guiana and covers a 14-year period between 1931 and 1945. Straight up, this is the best prison fucking escape movie ever. Papillon is, as the rapper Nas coined the term, fucking ultra illmatic. Straight illmatic. Papillon is righteous, man. That shit is just mind fucking staggering. They tell you, they already tell you that it's an escape movie. The way this nigga escapes, though, Jesus fucking, I mean, dude, I remember that shit. And then, like, seeing the end notes, like, how it played out, I'm not even going to say anything more than that, man. Like, wow. Like, the best shit ever. Shawshank Redemption, don't get me wrong, man. But, yo, Papillon, the black and white junk, the original shit, oh my God. I'm just saying, man, they don't make fucking movies like they used to. I'm your boy. If you're a true fan, thanks for tuning in to yet another episode of Casting 495 Celebrities Worldwide C4CW.